Hey everybody, it is Memorial Day, May 29th, 2023. Happy Memorial Day to everybody. I just got back from a little barbecue and am settling into some notes for my upcoming moon circle next weekend, next Saturday, June 3rd. There's still spaces available. If you are interested, you can DM me or you can check the link in my Instagram bio for more information. The goddess that I chose for this upcoming moon circle is Radha. And Radha is the goddess of romantic longing. And what that means is that she is the goddess that appears within ourselves when we really, really want to be with somebody, and for whatever reason, we are not. Um, She grew up in a little village, and in the village that she grew up, she was just a cowherd. And so she and, her other female consorts grew up in this little village. And Krishna was sent to the village as a baby because his uncle was sworn to kill him. And so for protection, they sent him to this village, and he grew up with Radha. And they fell in love. There was just this bond between them that was very strong and very passionate. And it comes to a point in a time in their lives where, they start to realize that they have this connection towards each other, but they are unable to be with each other because it was like they were brother and sister. On top of that, Krishna has the status of being known as God. And so as he starts to grow older and really start to fulfill that role, he realizes that he is not going to settle down with just one woman. He has love for many women. And he and Radha, I think that's how you pronounce her name, end up having this deep emotional connection with the understanding that he still has love for many other women. And so, just like the typical female, when she realizes that he is flirtatious with other women, she'll block him and say, I don't want to be with you anymore. I don't love you anymore, which is really not true because her love ran so deep with him that nothing could tear that away from how she felt. And so the story continues on to where she realizes that, he's never going to settle down with her. And she keeps sitting in meditation and praying that he will change his ways, that he will see that she is the one and the only one, and that even though he is deemed as God, that he just needs to be with her. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen. And when she sits in meditation, she has this epiphany that her love is so deep that it is always going to be within her, down to her core. And so it doesn't matter if she's with Krishna or not, because when she looks around, she sees the trees as Krishna, she sees the river as Krishna, and she sees every part of this existence of this universe that we are in as Krishna. And so Krishna, moves out of the village at some point, and he asks a friend to go and check on her because his heart is still with her. And so when the friend comes to visit the village, he sees her, and with all the other women in the village just acting like crazy, going, Krishna, Krishna, we love you, and walking around the village, and just this obsessiveness over their love and devotion towards him. And this is labeled as enlightened ecstasy in the story, and in the book Awakening Shakti by Sally Kempton, which describes this whole love affair. And so if you think about any time that you've had somebody that you've really wanted to be with, and for whatever reason they're not with you, maybe they know you, maybe they don't know you, maybe you've been together, maybe you haven't, but that feeling and that longing of, I just want to be with them, and I can't stop the churning of the mind of, the thoughts about who this person is and what they meant to you. The thing about it is that, yes, we can make ourselves go a little crazy, right? We can go a little crazy in those elements, but we can also pause and tell ourselves, thank you, Krishna, thank you, God, for being somebody that I can have these deeply rooted feelings for. Because there are many people in life that might never experience that kind of love or that kind of connection. And so it says that this inner awakening leads to God consciousness, or Shakti, which is we're coming closer to God and we are seeing everything as God. And then we have less judgment, less expectations. And most importantly, we can find it within ourselves so that we don't need another human form to actually feel loved, which a lot of us struggle with that. They say that when you are unable to let go of somebody, that you are living in her shadow. And to practice her energy is when we meet emotions with recognition that even the most painful doorways lead to the divine, and that God is always within us. A lot of times when somebody's going through a heartbreak, they will, your friends will say, he's not worth it. Just move on. Think of somebody else. And when you've had that deep of a connection with somebody, you can't. For how long? It's up to you. But they say that the longing is that opening within the heart. So we go through heartbreak, and the heart builds a wall around it, or we emotionally build a wall around it. And that longing that, maybe we'll get back together, maybe things will work out, the maybe is the longing for that deep connection, that if we believe in this process, we're actually longing just to connect with ourselves again through the heart space. And so it's divinely delivered to me as I make my way through, single life, and have had deep connections with someone, and not wanting to let it go because the connection was blissful. And so today in class, I read from Melody Beattie's Journey to the Heart. I absolutely love this book. And, perfect timing as I was studying about the goddess Radha. Radha. I think you can pronounce it either, but I am learning Sanskrit, and it's not the easiest to practice. So please, no judgment if I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly. But today's reading from Melody Beattie is about this Shakti through her. So May 29th, let the past slip away. Gently, lovingly leave past moments behind. You can't lose love. You don't need to hang on so tightly. If the lesson has been learned, if it is time to move on, let the past slip away. Come into the present moment. Discover all that's there for you. Clinging to the lessons, people, and feelings from yesterday will keep you tired, confused, and afraid. Shed the tears that need to be shed. Feeling your grief will help bring around about your transformation. Then say your goodbyes. Be glad that you had the experiences you did. Be grateful for all you've learned about yourself, about love, and then gently move into today. Stop believing in loss. Start believing in life. Let the past slip away and can come gently into now. And so I had wrote 2022 and the gentleman's name that I was with at the time because it was fading. And this past year, I have worked on finding that love within myself instead of externally. And for a Pisces who is extremely loving and emotional and finds these deep connections with people, I'm not going to lie, it's challenging. It's challenging. I still haven't forgotten, and I still move through this goddess. And so it is divinely delivered that she is the one that I chose to honor on this moon circle coming up. I hope that that doesn't seem like a ramble. I hope that you can understand this idea that in yoga we study and we bring forth through the Hindu religion these amazing, beautiful stories about love and attachment and letting go, because as we are spirits moving around in this real world, that's what we're experiencing. And we don't know how to move through it, or we resist moving through it with ease because we haven't learned the lessons, and the lessons are to let go. That love is free and love is always within us. And so if it's always within us, we don't have to lose it through not being in a relationship with somebody. I've had a crazy week, and I've pulled out my books and studied because it's a continuing growth process for myself and as a yoga teacher. And I am very humbled and grateful that I have this opportunity to study, because it is enlightening me on how I move through this world. I have had some amazing students come to me with things that they are experiencing in class from these readings, and that is the work of a yoga teacher. It's not about focusing 100% on the postures. Yes, it is part of the process, but the other part is that, we're not therapists, but we're pretty damn close. We're pretty damn close in wanting the collective to be free, to be free in the heart. So I'm going to end it there. That's my ramble for today. I haven't done a video in a while, and I thought that I would start with this one. So if you're interested in the full moon circle, again, there's information in my Instagram bio. You can click on the link there. You can check out my website. I think I have it posted there as well. Or, message me in some form. All right. Have an amazing night. I love you. Bye.